What's going on, Ron? We are back. We are live, man. The Philadelphia Flyers, uh, they won a game against a 500 team, against the world champions.
Above 500, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
They took care of the world champions at home. I didn't think that was possible, Europol. And joining me, Europol, Paul, right away because I'm all hyped up. I'm lost for words. I'm gagging at Paul's. What did you see tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it started out rocky, right? They had no jump. Erson gave up the shorty, and then the really terrible goal I ever seen. And then after that hit by Hathaway in the second period, it got them energized, and then we cut it down to 2-1. And then we never led in this game until 4 minutes left in the game. So we hung in there. We finally, got a fire lit up under our ass and took care of business in the second period. Erson got stronger as the game go on, especially in that third period. Made those huge 3 saves there near the end. Because I'll think to myself, damn, it was 3-3, and I'm like, I don't want this to go to overtime because we've seen it before with Florida. We lost in overtime against them on 3-3, and they're really dangerous on 3-3. So I was like, although we get the point, I did not want them to go to overtime, and thank God the play of Noah Cates with that huge and really impressive goal at the end there put us ahead for good. That was really, really impressive goal.
Yeah, and you're absolutely right. I mean, like you just mentioned, there's a lot of things you could take away from this game, and I know I want to touch on it a little bit, talk about the Noah Cates just being a playmaker for this team, and again, not in the last couple of games, but he's starting to really, just like he did in the month of December, he was really cranking things up, and it looks like he's finding his way again. And Noah Cates, and matter of fact, we might as well just start with him, because if it wasn't for him stepping up in that third period again, he gets the power play goal. It comes up huge in the fourth, and just getting the best of Big Bob. He got the best of Big Bob tonight. Big Bob was shown that there was a hole in his wall for 2 periods of hockey. He looked really good. But listen, this team found a way to score on them, and then once they did, they were relentless. And this is the Flyers team that we've come to love. Listen, we looked at Saturday, great. They took care of the Ducks, great. But that's the Ducks. We got 9 kids on the street who could take care of the Ducks. And then, but however, again, building blocks, building confidence with your team, the fighting, the scrapping, the fans actually getting behind you, being there, supporting. And now you can feed off of that. Now you're feeding with other guys other than the offense running through Travis Konecny, other than run through Mitchkov. Now you're getting guys like your supporting cast of the Noah Cates of the world who gets his 9th goal of the year. And his first goal comes again off the power play. And then the other one, again, just being at the right place at the right time, being down low, scoring. He did a phenomenal job today.
And you mentioned that, right? I was going to say too, and you got these goals, no Konecny, no Forrester or anything like that. It's Hathaway, it's Cates twice. It's contributions from not your big guns, and that's what you need to be scrappy against these kind of powerhouse teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, Mr. Leon checking in. Our number one listener right here, Mr. Leon, says best game of the year. Absolutely, this was the best game of the year for the Philadelphia Flyers. And listen, you won back-to-back games, which is shocking. One more, that's called a winning streak. One more,
we're going streaking. We're going streaking.
Oh, listen, I'm just about there now. But listen, this is going to be a cup run now. But I mean, like I said, Noah Cates really got things rocking and rolling. I mean, in that third period, those guys were at the right place. Not just him, but Morgan Falls being down low. Got another power play goal. It was great, to see this team finally starting to ramp up a little bit. Was all there for it, and then Noah Cates finishing it all.
Yeah, and also too, the power plays actually been clicking of late. Got the 2 tonight and the 1 against the Ducks. That's our power play 28th in the league, so it's good to see that kind of clicking a little bit.
Yeah, you're absolutely. We were horrible in power play. Mr. Now Leon said they should trade for Peterson from the Canucks. Hey, listen, any help they can get right now, I would take it, Mr. Leon. But who are you going to give away though? Like, and you got really got. We all got to know what's. And this is for a future talk that we don't know what's in the eye of the beholder for Danny Barrera and what he has planned for the squad to move forward. He goes, they have been playing more consistent. Yeah, listen.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're. I'm gonna say they're inconsistent, and they can pull strings. String along games like this. Last few games. We can move up in the standings. I think. Well, I checked the other day. We're like 43 points, and we're last. Although we're like 4 or 5 points away from like the 5th, 6th spot. This is crazy, this division. But yeah, they need to be consistent,
and I'm with you too, because like when you looked at the Gunter Hathaway goal, when he got his goal in there, first of all, everyone was thinking that was Ryan Poling, but look, it was a lucky bounce with her, and I'm thinking, okay, that one snuck by Big Bob, and I'm like, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen, and the way you looked at how Big Bob was playing for the first 2 periods of hockey.
No, he was stoning us, right? In a breakaway, everything. He didn't even flinch on those breakaways.
And you're right. I mean, as I put it right here, through 2 periods of hockey, this was the Big Bob show. I mean, because Big Bob, like you said,
we're out shooting them too.
We were out shooting. We were out shooting. Like you and I were texting through the course of the game, saying, "Bro, Flyers made an idiot decision getting rid of this guy years ago." And it's fun.
He's undrafted, and like the second year here, he did so good, and we traded away for a 2nd round pick. Like I don't know what was. I don't remember back then exactly what came about that, but like that's crazy.
Yeah, and you were spot on. The goalie position, since that gentleman has left the Flyers organization back in 2012, we are almost 13 years later. It's been a revolving door at that goalie position. I mean, Stone Cold Steve Mason, Michael Neuwirth. I mean, I could give you plenty of goaltenders I've seen come through here. But, and like I said, through 2 periods of hockey, I mean, the Flyers do everything but the kitchen sink at this guy. They were coming up with screenshot plays. They were coming up with
tips,
deflection tips, sending traffic in front of them. And he was zoned in. He was really that good. I mean, so, and again, it sucked because again, we could not find the back of the net. And for the Florida Panthers, Sam Reinhart, who has been a thump he's a stud. He's been a thorn in the Flyer side for so many years. Even when I remember when he was with the Sabres back during the pandemic years. I mean, he's always been that one of those players that's haunted the Flyers for years. Let me get some of these comments here because now they are rolling in, which we love to see. Now it says they just want to get rid of them. Maybe a draft pick. See, all right. I mean, if they're going to get rid of a guy just for a draft pick, that tells me that I don't know because they could be looking. I would have to do some more of that. What kind of problems is he in the locker room if they just want to get rid of him just for picks or so forth. So I have to do a little bit more investigating on that one. Great comeback. The power play is starting to come back on track again. Absolutely, Joe Hale. The Flyers power play is coming back. And this is what we love to see. We love to see the power play coming back for the squad. And, of course, the Jawn checking into the program says, yo, what's up, fellas? Yo, what's up, buddy?
What's up, Joe?
What's up, bud? Good to hear from you. So, again, the Philadelphia Flyers find a way to ice a 500 team, the champions, the champions.
You know what? I want to jump in real quick. Their defense played so good. Dude, how many block shots they had tonight?
Yes, 27 block shots tonight.
Yeah, like crazy. Like every time I look at block shot. It's like that definitely contributed to it, definitely.
Yeah, they have got 27 block shots tonight. I mean, that was unreal. I mean, like you said, the defensive core, and that's been a major setback for the squad, stepped up tonight.
Yeah.
Stepped up.
And Drysdale's been playing really good, man.
Yeah, Drysdale's been playing a lot better, and Jamie Drysdale has. And again, that Flyers win was nothing over the Ducks was a building block. They needed it. They needed a big win. Mr. Leon saying, "Yeah, baby, Flyers are turning it around." I hope so.
Yeah.
And I hope
the key word as brought up is consistency.
Yeah.
Like these type of wins you need to build off of, right? Yeah, you beat the Ducks 6-0, okay, but now you beat the reigning champs, the powerhouse team. You walk away and beat Bobrovsky for 4 goals tonight. You need to build on top of that. So I'm looking forward to the next game to see how they jump out in the next game, because this is to definitely be a huge ego boost for them going forward.
Yeah, it definitely would be. It definitely would be a huge momentum builder for this squad to get like I say, get this thing on the right tracks again. And who knows? Again, they are going to head into Columbus on Tuesday. And Columbus has been playing a lot better hockey as of late. But who knows if you go on the road and take care of business? And I don't think it's going to happen because, again, this is going to be a back-to-back situation. They might have poured out everything they had tonight into this win. Listen, if they could pull out a back-to-back win, it's starting to raise an eyebrow a little bit. And you're not completely out of the horse is not completely out of the race. Let's not forget that.
You can't. Not in Eastern Conference, no.
No, it's still wide open. That 8 seed is still wide open. I mean, I think if my memory is correct, I want to say the Senators or the Montreal Canadiens are holding that down. And they would have, like I said, it's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle. But again, those teams are hovering it's going to be
the AC right now is Columbus, then Ottawa, Detroit, Montreal, Pittsburgh, then us. We're only, 3 teams are tied at 44 points. Right. And then 45 at Ottawa, dude. So we're only like 2 points away from the 8-9 seed and 3 points away from the last seed. So,
yeah, absolutely. He says, no easy. Here goes Mr. Leon says, no easy games in the NHL, have to be consistent. Yeah, absolutely. And we have to be consistent. And the Flyers have to, again, take care of business. Again, it's going to be a tough spot. Again, you were just mentioning about Columbus is kind of in the way. The Red Wings are playing red hot hockey right now. They won 7 straight. Yeah. The hottest team
Columbus
in the NHL.
Won 4 straight. So
Columbus has won 4 straight. Again, the East is not an easy place to play.
It never has been for years.
But again, if we can handle business, again, you get those 2 points. That helps out. Even if you get carried a dogfight out in the overtime realm, that would help you out. But yeah, like I said, ultimately though, the focus is this game. The focus is, again, the Flyers handled a 500 team. I love the win. I love to see what happens. Joe Hal checking in again. He says, do the Flyers go to make a move or two at the trade deadline? I don't think so.
I think so. If there's something that makes sense there, I think they definitely would.
I don't know.
I know though. Before Frost was in the doghouse, but then I heard he could be traded, but then now he's been playing pretty well. So, who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you would have to give again. It's all about giving assets and what you're going to get in return.
Yeah.
My thing is, what are they going to be at the trade deadline, or will they be buyers or sellers? And that's going to be interesting coming down the stretch. And now, like I said, that's what I know it's January. I know there's still plenty of time to but we're going to definitely have to find out what we are coming within another month or so.
Yeah, March 7th is a trade deadline. So
yeah, it's definitely. I would love to see what we're going to be. What'd you say? March 20th?
March 7th.
March 7th is the trade deadline. Okay, so again, it's going to be interesting where this team is.
About a month and a half, right?
And still, it doesn't mean that Dan Brer can't make a move prior to. I mean, and this is where I think this is the best 1-2 punch that the upper hand that they have in the leads, because don't forget what's at the right hand of Dan Brer. They have Mr. Keith Jones. Keith Jones, what was he known for? He was known to be around the league and scouting talent and communicating with it. And he's very friendly with all the GMs around the league. So it's curious to know how he gets involved with this as well as the president of the Flyers. Zargrass, he's going to be Flyers. Just watch.
Yeah, I heard his name.
Yeah, so like I said, we'll see. Like I said, we'll see what Danny Barrera wants to do come the trade deadline. It's going to be interesting. But again, guys, the Philadelphia Flyers win tonight, getting back-to-back wins. Morgan Frost gets 10th goal of the year. Again, being down low, scoring for those guys. Connor Gathaway scoring back-to-back games now, getting his 5th goal of the year. And that was pretty huge for him. How about this? How about this stat for the night? And Flyers drawing penalties. The Ducks would spend a half hour in the penalty box. Big time difference here. The Panthers spent 12 minutes in the penalty box. So the Flyers are drawing teams to go to the sin bin.
Well, Panthers are the most penalized team in the league, they said. So, you know, and some of those people getting on the refs, about calling all these penalties, but dude, they were definitely sticking in their skates and tripping them. So they were valid calls.
Yeah. They do. And again, they got, like you said, those guys shot themselves in the foot tonight, and the Flyers were able to become a power plays, like you just mentioned. Prior to that Ducks game, man, they couldn't score. They could not score with the man advantage. He says, good coach moving Detroit. Yeah, absolutely. They got wherever the secret sauce is up in Detroit, man. It's definitely paying off there, Mr. Leon. And you have, again, how about Ghost stepping up for those guys out there? Gostisbehere coming around a little bit up there. But, like I said, though, great Flyers win tonight. Let's see what else we got on what I have sitting right up here. And like I said, the chemistry between, though, Mr. Poling and Connor Gathaway is starting to pay off a little bit. That line in general, that second, third line, is starting to come up. Huge for the Philadelphia Flyers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they've been playing really well. I mean, they better keep that line together because they're definitely generating offense.
Yeah, like I said, this was a huge. And again, you didn't need the Travis Konecny's because the Travis Konechny the other night had 4 assists, but you didn't need the offense to run through him or Mitchkov. Other guys were handling their business tonight, handling it, and guys like Noah Cates had a huge night tonight, stuff like that. So again, and one thing like you mentioned, the defense. As much as I want to talk about a lot about the offense, the defense was a huge major X factor to this Flyers win tonight.
Yeah, definitely. All the block shots and kept Barkov off the board too. So
yeah, and you took a lot of their scoring opportunities away. Turning the puck over the neutral zone, turning the puck over in your own defensive zone, just making sure they weren't getting too wild. Again, you walk out of South Philly, you steal a win from the Panthers, winning 4-3. Not easy to do. So, again, huge win for the Philadelphia Flyers tonight. Before I go any further, let me go around the NHL real quick. There's only 3 games on the slate tonight. As you see, the Philadelphia Flyers win 4-3 at home tonight. You have the Chicago Blackhawks getting smoked right now by the Calgary Flames. Calgary Flames winning 5-2. Man, I wish we saw more of the Blackhawks. I mean, that's an automatic win anymore. I mean, what happened to that franchise? I mean, it was just 2010, that Patrick Kane, Jonathan Taves. I mean, that pair, I thought it was going to be turned out to a dynasty spot. And those guys haven't. And like I mentioned before, like Connor Bedard. Yeah. I looked at him like, man, I want him in the worst way, but Mitchkov was obviously the better option.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't follow him that much. So I'm not sure what he's up to. I know he was.
It's nowhere near what we've gotten for Mitchkov. Like everyone said that Connor Bedard was going to be the franchise player, the guy who's going to turn that team around and get, and he hasn't. It's been nowhere. It's been a bottom feeder. It didn't pan out. Not the way they wanted to anyway. Not yet. Another good game that's on tonight, and it's the LA Kings in Edmonton tonight, and the game's just getting started. 0-0 for both teams. So now Leon, Mr. Leon says, kept the shot total down. Yeah, definitely did. Quinville, I guess he's you mentioned that name, Quinville, and he gets excited. He definitely wants his Coach K in here, that's for sure. So, guys, like I said, though, Philadelphia Flyers win tonight. They win 4-3. I got to go. Paul, I want to give you your MVP of the game.
Oh, definitely Cates, man. He definitely put his team on his shoulders with that awesome play at the end there to put us ahead for good. Definitely him, man. He's been on roll, and definitely he's definitely a starting game.
I'm gonna go. I'm not gonna go with the same player. I am going to go. Oh, man. I'm gonna go Connor Hathaway. Just the fact that he's been again coming up, finding the back of the net as in a couple of games. Again, the one Saturday night he showed his skill set, but being in the right place at the right time. I'm going to give Connor Hathaway just becoming now. He looks like a better two-way player. He can play defense now. He's starting to shoot the puck a little bit better. I'm going to go Connor Hathaway for me to be my MVP. Grades of the game, Paul. I'm going to go to you. What do you give the Philadelphia Flyers tonight?
I will give it an A+. Just no. I was going to give it an A+, but Eric Eriksen don't those two bad goal he gave up. Actually, the two goals were bad, right? The one wasn't his fault, I don't think, but the two bad goals knocked him down a notch. So I would say A-.
A-. I'll go B+. Like I said. Know what? Let's crank it up. I think I'm going to be in that area, the A area as well, because the fact that your goaltender didn't completely let you down. He hung. As much as I want to give credit to Big Bob tonight in that first two periods, I got to give Sam Harrison some love too, because he, the defensive front, definitely. Yeah, the defensive front, stepped up. But I think, like you said, he stepped up at the tail end of the game and through that first. And look, only letting 2 goals. And be honest with you, I mean, the Sam Reinhart goal, I'll say, that sucked. But that second goal he gave up in the first period.
Yeah, that was terrible.
I mean, the Cam York was, the dude.
You can't. I don't think you can blame him for the shooting. The defense let him down, I think, on that one. But
yeah, because the one he went 5-hole on Cam York from distance, and then wound up going 5-hole on him, which he did not see. So but overall, though, I want to give this team A. So that's where I'm going to go. So, but I think it's going to be an A. But guys, listen. I want to say thanks to everyone who's checked into the show. If this has been a great listen, this is the third line, John. If you haven't subscribed yet on your Facebooks, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter, do so now, because you get right here exclusively on the Stream Punk Entertainment. You get me, Paul, Joe, and James. The Flyers are starting to crank up a bit, and what better way to hang out with us for? So, guys, stay tuned Thursday night or tomorrow night. You get Joe and James back out here. Guys, stay tuned. Guys, we'll catch you later. Go Flyers.
See you.
See you.